Yo, party peeps, what is up? It's your boy, the best gabber in the biz. Another solid episode of Monday Night Raw on the road to the biggest party of the summer is officially in the books, and a lot of stuff went down, including some creepy shit with the Wyatt Sicks. But don't worry about that. Let's gab about it. So, guys, a lot of stuff did go down. We got Damian Priest and Gunther going face to face for the first time as champion and challenger for the biggest party of the summer. And let's just be frank, bro. Gunther's a menace. He's a menace. Bro really came out here and told Damian Priest to his face, being homeless is a choice. Being on the street, that was your decision.
What?
Like, that shit had me just rolling. Because, like, wow. Like, the second he said it, I was like, okay. Because that was just like, I just wasn't expecting it. And, you know, Rick Priest, you know, he stood his ground. And I'm really looking forward to this match for the World Championship. If you weren't sold on it, I feel like this promo battle really sold it for a lot of people. And now they can go deliver the in-ring quality that they will at SummerSlam. And just a little tidbit that I also have always liked from Gunther. Like, he gets in like a dude's face and they'll like bump heads like you think that shit's for real. He's always done that with his opponents, especially like to give it that big fight feel. And it really always works. You're like, yo, these guys, and like the shove, it's like, oh yeah, fight! But I'm just super excited for this match. At the end of the day, Gunther is going to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. Priest, his entire run has been really great. I'm so happy that I got to be at WrestleMania live. That was my first one. And I got to literally watch him become like the Mr. from Mr. Money Bank to El Campeon. And it's really cool for me because I've seen his entire run, like, up to that point, like, from NXT. Like, and I'm just like, dude, I'm so happy for that moment and that he was able to get to here. But unfortunately, dude, the sun is setting. It is time for you to now drop the World Championship to Gunther. But hey, at the end of the day, he gave it a good run, and then we can have Gunther lose it to John Cena. But, you know, overall, that kind of was a first of a mixed night for Judgment Day. You know, Rhea Ripley's back. Great stuff. But, you know, her and Dom, not so great. And then Jay, yeet, was, you know, trying to hit lip, like, he's hard to hit, like, Rhea up. He's like, oh, she's single right ankle toe. I said, ah. Oh, and then Dom, you know, lost, you know, defending her honor. But, hey, we ended maybe with a positive week we can go from this. Because, you know, Liv got chased off again after getting in Dom's business. And Rhea gave the rose back and said, I'm not yours, but you're mine. And then, like, they're both smiling. So it's like, hey, we're cool for this week. And, you know, Rhea versus Liv is on for SummerSlam, too. Oh, man. Judgment Day is going to be in for a really big night for SummerSlam. Not even just for walking out championships, because the development that is going to go down at SummerSlam is going to change the foundation of that group forever. Oh, man. And honestly, at the end of the day, it's all going to really work out for Liv. It's crazy. Okay, guys, speaking of champions, let's get into one of the greatest champions of all time. Sheamus. Really quick, he got that Rebel! Bro really got that Rebel, bro. That Triple H and then all of them said, yo, alright, Sheamus has come back, you can have too many limes, like, it's all good. 3 months later, he's like, alright, that's enough, that Rebel, come here, you know your assignment, do what you do. The second he came out, it was so freaking funny. I thought it was like a new intro just to set it up, and I'm waiting for it, and I'm like, they changed his music. Dude, the instant reactions and the reactions right now are still so funny. Dude, I almost kind of, I don't want to watch someone get fired anyway, but I also want to see Def Rebel get fired, just for the sake of, I want to see the happiness, the overjoy of emotions from freaking Def Rebel actually getting fired. But yeah, this pretty much sums up how everybody felt for the rest of the night, because, you know, they Def Rebel Sheamus.
We fucking hate Triple H!
Okay, guys, so honestly, like, I'm gonna be a little somber about this, like, even though how great it was. Let's talk about that Eric Rowan vid that, like, we saw tonight. Like, honestly, like, we knew this was coming. Eric Rowan tweeted about it, you know, from, like, the interview trailer, like, a, like, sneak peek. And, like, I said to myself, like, even though all these are going to be great, like, after, like, Bray Wyatt's brother, like, Bo Dallas, like, with Taylor and, like, that whole story, like, no one's gonna beat that. But I said, to myself, the Rowan one is gonna be, like, the next best one, because everything he said in that interview was 1,000% true. And, like, you really felt it because in the past 4 years he's lost two of the most important like brothers, people like members of his family of his entire life. He lost Brody at the end of 2020, which shocked us all, and then even more shocking because we were just like, why did this have to happen? We lost Bray Wyatt. That's almost a 1 year anniversary, like a little over a month from now, and it's just like that shit hit hard. Like overall, those two are looking down so happy on both Rowan and Bo, like for this, and even all of the others, because like it's just a great opportunity for great people. Like, well, damn, that shit hit hard. It really did. But on another note, if Gable wasn't already screwed with the Wyatt Sicks, he is definitely screwed now. Like the entire time, like him and the Creed Brothers, which finally put them together, they were kicking Bo's ass. I'm like, he's just gonna keep laughing and laughing and laughing. Wyatt Sicks finally showed up and they dipped. So I'm guessing this will most likely lead to Bo as Uncle Howdy versus Chad Gable at SummerSlam, which I am 1,000% for. Like, let's freaking go. Though I do hope this first match does go over better than, like Bray Wyatt's first match against LA Knight, like back at the Rumble last year, because that did feel a little underwhelming, even though the story leading up to it was like phenomenal. So I hope these two like are actually able to deliver. They most likely will. It's freaking Chad Gable. And Bo Dallas, like, he's very underrated for his like in-ring stuff. Everyone who like knows him, like, and has worked with him has like ever said that. But yeah, just keep a long story short, Creed Brothers, you are going to regret for the rest of this year stepping into Chad Gable's shit with the Wyatt Sicks. Because, oh man, if you don't already know it now, do like you did tonight. Because you ain't going to be doing it for much longer. Run. Alright guys, let's talk about the main event. Sami Zayn versus Ilya Dragunov for the Intercontinental Championship. And honestly, going into it when it was like, oh, the main event, I was like, oh yeah, probably we'll just end with Zayn beating Ilya. But the main event didn't start until like 10:48, so I was like, okay, Triple H didn't give these two like 20 minutes worth of time, which they definitely could go, like, because if he had, it would be like, okay, Zayn's gonna pin Ilya and we'll get Zayn versus Breakker at SummerSlam. But they went with the other route, give him only a little bit of time, give him like a appetizer sneak preview, and then Breakker interrupted it, beat the crap out of Sami and Ilya, and now we are going to get Zayn, Ilya versus Braun. Triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship at the biggest party of the summer, which honestly, Breakker versus Zayn sounded super underwhelming compared to that awesome boss freaking triple threat. God, that's going to be awesome. Yet every single one of you who is on here, like, not all of you, I know some of you were like me and being like, Sammy Hogan, are you fucking slow? And like two of you people that were calling him Sammy Hogan and being dumb, like literally, like you realize Zayn beating Breakker is the reason we have this awesome triple threat. It wouldn't have happened without it. Like, if Braun was champion, Zayn would have automatically gotten a rematch. There would have been no reason for Ilya to get involved. Like, and make it a story. It's because Zayn beat Breakker that Breakker was so dead set on getting this rematch, he screwed Ilya, and now it's a triple threat. And now, you guys can do what you want. Braun can pin Ilya, new IC champ, run it back, Braun and Ilya at Bash in Berlin, and Zayn can then move on to go on to try and win a world championship, but before then, beat the Bloodline down, Bloodline 2.0, by getting back with the OGs for War Games. And then, like I said, after that, WrestleMania 41, I think, is the end goal for him winning a world championship. Don't believe me? Look how many times Sami Zayn has really lost since WrestleMania. He has been literally, like, he hasn't been pinned. And honestly, he's not going to get pinned in the triple threat because they're trying to protect him for a future world championship run. Literally by this time next year, he'll be in the midst of holding it. And if you look at a Triple H pattern, that's exactly what he's done with Cody. And that's exactly what he's doing with Sami. I guarantee Sami takes maybe like one more loss the rest of this year, and maybe like one, maybe even two, like once we cross into 2025, in singles action, because he's going to be the next world champion. I'm guessing wins the Rumble, becomes WWE champion, seen as going after Gunther. But for just this short term, this triple threat is going to absolutely cook, and every single one of you guys will get what you want, and a lot of us will get what we want too. A Braun winning the IC title, and Sami then moving on to better things like reuniting and getting Usi with the Bloodline and becoming world champion. Okay, you guys, that is Raw. We are done. Put it in the rearview mirror. We are done. Man, the biggest party of the summer is only just a few weeks away. It's going to be awesome. But before we get to there, we got Dynamite this Wednesday. It's episode 250, baby. It is the final stop before we get to Blood and Guts. We got Swerve versus Okada one-on-one for the first time ever. Ospreay and MJF are going at it before All In. I'm sure this ends up with a time limit draw for the international title. The CEO versus Nyla Rose for the TBS Championship. And hi, guys! We're going to hear from the Learning Tree because he's given us and himself more TV time. That should be fun. And with big news surrounding how AEW is possibly going to go to Dallas next year for a huge stadium show. Haters. Guess what? Our next stadium show is coming up with All In Wembley Stadium. It'll be main evented by Danielson versus Swerve for the World Championship. Guys, the rest of the summer for both WWE and AEW are absolutely going to cook, and you're not going to want to miss a single second of it. You're not going to want to miss what your boy, the best Gabe in the biz, has to say afterwards. So, keep on liking, and damn sure keep on subscribing. And keep on remembering, most of all, that when it comes to talking wrestling, who better to Gab with than Gabe right here. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed Raw tonight. Time to move it aside. It's time for Dynamite 250. That's going to be for the sickos, damn it. So, until then, you guys, deuces, spuces, and I will see you guys after Dynamite 250 to see who reigns supreme before Blood and Guts. See you later.